it's a black football city. So if you don't know, when you look at the Atlanta Falcons, you're not just looking at a football team. You're looking at a cultural institution, a city. We're unapologetically black. We're connected. And so when the Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski and fired Raheem Morris, obviously I took issue with that for a multitude of reasons. Number one, there's been a lot of controversy around Kevin Stefanski and his treatment of Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, who Deion Sanders is a prominent Atlanta Falcons football player, probably one of the most famous Atlanta Falcons next to Michael Vick.
Yep.
And so I took to the airwaves to express my frustration. Some people agreed, other people didn't, but I wanted to kind of get into some of the numbers of why this didn't make sense. So first thing I'm going to start out with is Kevin Stefanski's head coaching record before coming to Atlanta and Cleveland. Let's just take his last 3 seasons in Cleveland. His last 3 seasons were 11-6, 3-14, and 5-12. Now, if I'm looking at Raheem Morris, his first year he went 4-7. Then 2024 he went 8-9, and then 2025 he went 8-9. So he had a better record than Kevin Stefanski. Now we all know Matt Ryan took over the president of the Atlanta Falcons. I don't understand this move, but I was just saying it's racial to me because there are a lot of things associated with the Falcons and Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders, right? So now you got Kevin Stefanski, the guy that didn't really rock with Shedeur Sanders. Do you remember during the draft when Shedeur got a prank phone call that he was drafted?
I do remember that.
And who did that phone call come from?
That was the son of the coach.
Not one of the coaches of the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Coincidence, weird kind of thing here. And then I know that 4 guys drove all the way to Cleveland to attempt to rob Shedeur Sanders' house. And what city were they from?
Were they from Cleveland?
No, they were from Atlanta.
Oh, geez.
They drove all the way from Atlanta up to Cleveland to try to rob Shedeur Sanders. And now we have Matt Ryan hiring Kevin Stefanski. I just think it's a bad move, but and the city's pissed about it. I'd be
pissed too.
I think people
we celebrate our players so well here.
Yeah, I think this adds another layer of the curse to the Falcons that we already have. I think we've been cursed multiple times, but probably more so from Vic. But now we add Deion onto it. We just we don't treat our players very well. But I think people thought Mike Tomlin might be a better fit for the city.
Well, I mean, we treat them well if their names are Bijan Robinson and AJ Terrell.
Okay, cool.
But no. So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think this hits a nerve in Atlanta specifically more than any other city?
Because Atlanta's a black fan base. I mean, Atlanta's a black football city. Like, when you think about maybe New Orleans, Baltimore, and pretty much Atlanta are probably really black football cities,
So you just the follow-up to that is you just put a whole bunch of dots, connect them for the people who need it explained to them.
Mm-hmm. Which ones?
All of the dots. Connect all the dots to ones that you just explained for the people who need it explained.
So Kevin Stefanski was not a fan of Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. They drafted him, but I don't think Stefanski wanted him to play. When he was put into the game, Shedeur Sanders, when he started playing, Shedeur Sanders thrived pretty well. Did some amazing things in just a few games that he played. And Stefanski was fired at the end of that season and immediately hired by the Falcons, which, again, I don't know why Matt Ryan would do such a dumb move, but he did. And then, again, the one of the coaches to the Falcons, staff made this prank phone call to Shedeur Sanders. And so I just think it hits a nerve because we love Deion in this city, like in Atlanta Brave, in Atlanta Falcon. We're a black city. We have a black quarterback. We want a black coach, probably to continue to coach. I don't even know what's going to happen with Michael Penix Jr. now because Stefanski probably won't want him. So it's a bunch of stuff that's just about to happen that I think that's why everybody's upset.
So when do you think these smaller instances will lead to a bigger optics issue, and who's going to feel the pain more? You think the Arthur Blank Foundation or the NFL?
I don't even fault Arthur Blank. I don't think it's a Blank thing. I think this is a Matt Ryan decision. Matt Ryan is married to Arthur Blank's daughter. So this is just his first decision that he's made being in charge of the Falcons, and I just think it's a stupid decision.
So what do you think, what's the responsibility you think that team leaders should consider for community and when it comes to community sentiment?
Um, I'm not I, to a degree. Listen, hire who you want to hire, but at least read the room. You know what I'm saying? Don't hire the guy that disrespected the son of one of the most famous Falcons players of all time to coach a football team in a predominantly black city. Read the room. If Matt Ryan doesn't care about that, because if I was the fan base, I'm not like I don't support NFL games or stuff like that. So, but I wouldn't buy none of them tickets. That's how you really get the things. If those types of people make those types of decisions, you can lose your job relatively quickly. If you make a bad sports decision in a city, and the city and the fan base don't agree with it, it will show up in the finances. That's old boy, like old boy who did the Luka Doncic trade in Dallas. He got fired right after he did that end of the season, did that trade. That's what I'm saying. You can get him up out of there. Matt Ryan won't be there long if the fan base doesn't want him there if he does dumb decisions. So
What do you, last question to you about this is, what do you think the overall health of the city will be as it relates to football going into this season?
if something doesn't change quickly, I don't know. The Falcons are just I feel like a lot of these teams in the city are run like businesses and not like they're really, really trying to win sometimes. Because sometimes you have to stay the course. I don't like the way that the NFL treats coaches and players anyway. So quick. It's like, couple seasons and you're fired. Like, bro, like sometimes it takes more than two. The urgency for people to win in such a very, very fast time is really, crazy. The pressure that puts on coaches to even think you got job stability when you got to ride it out for a while. So, it is what it is, but I ain't rocking with it. So, good luck to the Falcons fan base this season, but I ain't with this shit.